Well, damn. What they do? What they do? Been a little minute since your boy been on live, man. What they do, man? Salute to all the real boxing fans out there, man. What they do? It's your boy King David in this thing, man. Let me make sure the sound good, because you know how my sound do. Let me make sure the sound good. Hold up. Well, damn. All right, sound like I sound good, man. What they do, man? Salute to all the real boxing fans out there. Salute to everybody out there in the highways and the byways. Everybody out there that's going to watch the live. Everybody that's going to watch the playback. Salute to y'all. Anybody new in the building, be sure you hit that goddamn like button. You know what I'm saying? And also subscribe to your boy's channel so the channel can goddamn, I'm going to learn how to speak English one day. So the channel can grow like it needs to grow. You know what I mean? So, you know, man, we just had one hell of a goddamn fight, man. One hell of a goddamn fight last night, man, between Jermell Charlo and Bryan Castano. One hell of a fight, man. Hell of a fight. Man, I gotta tell you, man, shit, man, I'm still riding high from the fight, man. It was such a damn good fight that I'm just in awe of just how good of a fight that was, man. I knew it was gonna be a barn burner. I knew it was gonna be good, but I don't think anybody could have really guessed that it was gonna be that damn good. You know what I mean? The first fight was good, but this was fire. This was a fight of the year candidate kind of fight. You know what I mean? Like this should be a runner-up or something close to being the fight of the year, man. This was a damn good fight, man. There was a little bit of everything in this fight. The only thing we didn't get was maybe like a knockdown, like on Jermell Charlo's part. That's probably the only thing we didn't get. But other than that, we saw Jermell Charlo hurt several times throughout the course of this fight. We saw Bryan Castano hurt several times throughout the course of this fight. You know what I mean? We saw it was a lot of drama. You know what I mean? It was a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of all arounds, a lot of shit going on in this goddamn fight, man. And it was just one hell of a motherfucking fight. And salute to the two warriors that got in the ring and gave us one hell of a damn show. You know what I mean? This is one of them fights you remember for years to come. This is one of those fights that you tell your kids about. Hey, I remember I seen the Charlo Castano fight. You know what I mean? I was watching the shit live. This is one of them type of fights to me. Legendary. Legendary, these two dudes, man. They went in there and they risked it all. They put it all on the goddamn line for our entertainment, man. And salute to them for doing that. You know what I mean? But, you know, not only did they do it, there was a lot at stake here. There was a whole lot at stake, man. The winner of this fight is crowned the undisputed champion. You know what I mean? So, I mean, there was a whole lot on the line, and they fought like it was a whole lot on the line, man. Bryan Castano's a motherfucking dog. You know what I mean? He's a motherfucking dog, man. This dude came in, and this dude wasn't taking no for an answer at the end of the day. He wasn't taking no for an answer. He came in, you know, and the type of shots he took from Jermell Charlo, completely and utterly ridiculous, man. But you know what, man? Again, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, be sure to hit that goddamn like button one time for your boy. Let me check the sound one more time because I have a history of having fucked up sound. So let me make sure my sound is good one more time. Hold on one second. One hell of a goddamn fight. Hold up. Sound is good one more time. Hold on. Okay, we still good with the sound, man. Salute to them warriors, man, for putting on one good ass goddamn fight. But one thing we got to do after we acknowledge how good of a fight was, we got to make sure we congratulate Jermell Charlo on putting on one hell of a goddamn performance. One hell of a goddamn performance Jermell Charlo put on. Jermell Charlo is now the undisputed middleweight champion of the world, and you got to put some respect on his name at this point. Put some respect on Jermell Charlo's name. The man has earned his spot. If you didn't think he earned it at this point, he's most definitely earned it after this fight, 155%. Nathan Cano in the building. Salute to you, Nathan. Yeah, man. Salute to you, fam. You on that late night like me, huh? I mean, salute to you, fam. But yeah, man. Congratulations to Jermell Charlo, man. He proved himself tonight to me. He proved himself. You know, after the first fight, a lot of people saying that he lost that first fight, man, and, you know, it was 7-5 Castano's way. I'm sure Jermell Charlo heard that. multiple times over the last year that people were picked Castano as the winner, you know what I mean? Or they picked him. They thought that he won that last fight. I'm sure he came into this fight with a chip on his shoulders, you know, but not only that, he came into this fight knowing that there were a lot of adjustments that needed to be made from the last fight, you know what I mean? And I got this pick exactly, not exactly right, but I got it 95% right. I picked Jermell Charlo to knock out Bryan Castano in 8 rounds, and he did it in 10 rounds. You know what I mean? So I call this motherfucker exactly right. Nathan Cano says junior middleweight. You're absolutely right, Nathan. It is junior middleweight. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. And you're chilling. That's what's up, man. You're chilling. You're probably good and lit right about now, man. 2:42 in the morning. I'm sure everybody on something right about now. You know what I mean? But I picked this fight exactly right, man. I picked Charlo to stop Castano in 8. He stopped him in 10. And one of the things that I knew would be a major factor going into this fight is I knew that Jermell Charlo, he needed to make adjustments. He needed to make adjustments in fight, right? There were some things that Jermell Charlo did in the last fight that I knew that if he could continue that and just tweak certain little things, I knew he would be able to be successful in this fight, right? In the last fight, he was just on the ropes way too much. He was letting Bryan Castano corner him way too much. He was fighting off of his back foot way too much when that's not his strong suit. In this fight, I knew that all he really needed to do is keep his back off of the ropes. You know what I mean? Pivot out every time Castano was trying to pressure him. He needed to pivot out and keep the fight in the middle of the ring as much as possible. You know what I mean? But not only that, he needed to throw efficient and effective counter punches as all those punches and bunches were coming through. And that's exactly what Jermell Charlo did. His counter punches were on point. The footwork was looking pretty good as it could look for Jermell Charlo, because he's still flat-footed. But it was as good as it could look for Jermell Charlo because he did enough. He got his back off of the ropes. Okay, he pivoted out. He kept the fight in the middle of the ring for a good part of the fight. I mean, not as much as I would have liked, but a good part of the fight, he kept his back off of the ropes. You know what I mean? He did what he needed to do, man. So much respect for Jermell Charlo. Nathan Cano says Castano looked like he got turned. Castano looked like he got tired after the 5th and 6th round. Yeah, man, he was all those straight. Castano took so many clean, straight left hooks, man. I don't know how Castano was able to. I don't know how to tell you the truth, I don't know how he made it past 6. Because for me, the amount of clean left hooks that he was taking from Jermell Charlo, a guy that's supposed to be a puncher, I mean, those shits look devastating, you know what I mean? And he ran through so many of those, man. So much so to the point where he got hit with that last one in the 10th round. And I was just like, that's accumulation. That ain't nothing but accumulation right there. Because he was getting hit with that same sweeping left hook the entire night. You know what I mean? That little counter left hook while he's backing out. You know what I mean? Another reason why I picked Jermell Charlo to win this fight is because at the end of the first fight, it looked like Jermell Charlo had figured something out, man. It looked like he had really figured something out. And that really led me to pick him coming into this fight. You know what I mean? That really led me to pick him coming into this fight. Because at the end, he won the last 3 rounds of the first fight. So that tells me that if there was a 13th, 14th, and 15th round, Jermell Charlo would have won the fight. You know what I mean? I think the other thing about this too is Jermell Charlo. He just looked really good in general, man. He just looked really good in general. I was feeling a little shaky about him making the adjustments that needed to be made, prior to this, fight happening. I was a little shaky about it because thinking about the Tony Harrison fight, I was like, well, he didn't really make the necessary adjustments he needed to make when he fought Tony Harrison. The only reason he beat Tony Harrison in his second fight was because Tony Harrison got sloppy and Tony Harrison got careless. That was the only reason I think he beat Tony Harrison in the second fight. So when I was thinking about the adjustment he made in that second fight, and then I was thinking about the adjustments that he needed to make in this fight, that worried me just a little bit. But I still felt confident enough to pick Jermell Charlo. Nathan Cano says, Castano has a chin, but eventually Jermell punches were going to take a toll, which they did. Absolutely, man. And that's exactly what happened. Jermell Charlo's punches took a toll. You know, it was accumulation at the end of the day. We ended up sealing the deal for Bryan Castano. But I'm just impressed that Bryan Castano was able to make it 10 rounds after taking some of those shots, man. And this looked like it was going to go to the distance for a moment. My guy G Parker in the building. Salute to you, G. Yeah, man. Your boy on here live, man. I ain't been on here live in a good little minute. Salute to you, fam. You know what I mean? We talking about your boy, Jermell Charlo, man. I know that's your boy. Your boy done good tonight, G. Your boy done good. You know what I mean? Your boy done made some adjustments. Your boy was pivoting. Your boy was using some angles. Your boy was using his jab. Let's talk about Jermell Charlo's jab that he was using all night, man. That jab looked good. That jab looked sharp. That jab looked, that jab looked real tough, man. It looked real good tonight. He done a good job keeping the jab in Bryan Castano's face and disrupting his rhythm, because that was also a part of Jermell Charlo's success in this fight. Kept that jab in his face, kept pivoting out, kept circling out of off the ropes. Those are the things that you need to do in order to be effective against pressure fighters. You know what I mean? You know, I actually did a breakdown about this, talking about how, I believe Terrence Crawford is going to beat Errol Spence. And one of the things that I was mentioning was Terrence Crawford being able to utilize the ring, being able to pivot out of the way, stay off the ropes, because on the ropes, that's when guys like Errol Spence, that's when guys like Bryan Castano, that's when pressure fighters thrive. Okay, when they get you on the ropes, they get you on the ropes, and that's when they land their combinations and their punches and bunches. Most pressure fighters don't feel comfortable throwing combinations in the middle of the ring. They feel more comfortable throwing their combinations and letting their hands go when your back is up against the ropes. So when your back is not up against the ropes, you can count on most pressure fighters not really throwing much punches. You know what I mean? Because their job is to corner you. And that's what Jermell Charlo did. Jermell Charlo got himself off the ropes. He used the necessary angles. He used his jab. He kept the fight in the middle of the ring. He counterpunched well when he did get backed into a position. You know what I mean? And it was just a good night of boxing for Jermell Charlo, man. And the man looked good. G Parker say, man, that was a damn good fight. Salute to both of them. Left it in the ring. Absolutely, man. They left it all in the ring, man. Both of them warriors, man. Man, you can't take nothing away from none of them dudes, man. I got a lot of respect for Bryan Castano and Jermell Charlo after that, man. That was one hell of a goddamn performance from both of them. You know what I mean? I had Jermell Charlo on my pound for pound list. I had him, I think I had him like number 6. I think he moves to number 4 after this on my pound for pound list, man. I got a little poll going right now. Let me see who voted on the poll. I got a poll going right now. See where y'all got Jermell Charlo on y'all pound for pound list. Okay, let's look at this poll here. Okay, on the poll, I said, what number do you have Jermell Charlo on the pound for pound list? 50% of y'all have him 4 or 5. So that's what's up. And then 50% of y'all got him 5 or higher, which is still cool. You know what I mean? But Jermell Charlo, I think more than anything, he's pretty much showed that he deserves to be on a pound for pound list. Hey, if you're new to the building, man, y'all be sure to hit that like button one time for your boy. Be sure to subscribe, man. Go on, do that for your boy, man, one time, man. You know what I mean? I see I got 5 people up in here, 2 likes. Hit that like button one time for your boy, man. We cooking on here. You know what I mean? But this was just a big win in general, man, for Jermell Charlo, man. I think that this was a very meaningful fight. I think that this was a great performance that he put on, man. I think that Jermell Charlo is that guy, man. That 154, man. He's that guy. He's that guy, man. He was that guy before, but now he's really that guy. He's proved himself. He is proven. You know what I mean? Nathan Cano says Jermell fought better in the second fight than he did in the first fight. Absolutely, he fought much better in the second fight, man. He fought much better in the second fight than he did in the first fight. The biggest problem with the first fight was Jermell was on the rope. He was cornered. He was on the ropes too much. Okay, when you fighting a pressure guy, you can't let them corner you. You can't let the fight. You can't let the exchanges happen while your back is up against the ropes. It don't work like that. You're gonna lose every single time because not only are they used to fighting on the ropes, right? But the judges are looking at them push you to the ropes, you know. But Bryan Castano, on top of that, is skilled enough to be able to land punches, clean punches, while you're on the ropes, you know. So, you know, but this was a damn good fight because, you know, Jermell Charlo and Bryan Castano, they were both hurt multiple times throughout the course of this fight, you know. Jermell Charlo, man, he also proved that he got a damn good chin because it was a few hit punches he got hit with that I don't know how he didn't hit the flow from. You know what I mean? I don't know how he didn't hit the flow from. You know? So this, you know, both of these dudes are warriors, man. They really honestly and truly are, man. They really honestly and truly are. And now we left with whatever's left. What's next now for Jermell Charlo? Where does he go? What does he do? Does he move up to 160? What y'all think, man? He go up to 160? You know what I mean? Should he stay at 154? Should he reign at 154 at undisputed? What y'all think, man? G Parker say, Lil Charlo had some nasty body shots in this fight, but Castano is a true warrior. Oh, yeah, man. There was a few times, man. Oh, God. I feel like I almost threw up off of some of them goddamn body shots that Charlo was hitting Castano with. You know what I mean? The shit was nasty, my boy. Like, you know, they were one-offs, you know what I'm saying, as far as the body shots that he was landing on Castano, but they were clean and vicious at some point. Even when Charlo stopped Castano, the last punch that he nailed Castano with was a body punch. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, nasty body punch. You know what I mean? So, and I felt that one. But I mean, you know, Charlo just that dude, man. He that dude, bro. He that dude at 154. He that dude at 154, man, you know. For right now, you know what I mean? Till my boy Bud get there, because we already know that's coming. Gee, I know you ain't gonna want to hear this. Till my boy Bud get there, because my boy Bud said he gonna take care of Earl, and then he coming after Jermell next. You know what I mean? Jermell is next in line after my boy get done with Earl Spence Jr. You know, that's if Jermell is there long enough. You know what I mean? Because Jermell is already talking like he getting ready to move up to 160 pounds, which is going to be interesting in itself, because if he move up to 160 pounds, what is Jermall going to do? Is Jermall going to move up to 168 finally? Like, now that Canelo's out of the picture for the most part, what is Jermell Charlo going to do? Is he going to fight Caleb Plant? Is he going to fight David Benavidez at 168? I mean, we trying to figure shit out, because, I mean, they can't. I'm sure they don't both want to be in the same division at the same time. You know what I mean? But I think after this Selecki fight, I think we're probably going to hear about Jermell Charlo moving up to 168 pounds. And we're going to hear about Jermell Charlo moving up to 160 pounds. That's what it's looking like. You know what I mean? G Parker say, now hopefully he light a fire underneath Big Charlo to get off the bullshit and go be great. Absolutely, man. I hope so. I mean, I damn hope so, you know. I wouldn't put money on it though, G. You feel me? I wouldn't put no money on it, because I don't know, man. Jermell Charlo, he just don't seem motivated in that way, man. You know what I mean? Jermell Charlo seemed very comfortable with just coasting. You know what I mean? Just coasting. He fighting this Selecki dude, man. And man, I don't even want to think about if Selecki end up beating Jermell or making it a tough fight. I mean, you know, because Jermell seemed to be one of them dudes that fight down to the level of his competition. So, you know, it ain't gonna be good, man. If this dude, get in there and have a bad performance versus Selecki, and then afterwards he don't fight nobody. Like, I don't know. It's just a never-ending cycle with Jermell, man. I don't know what Cuz gonna do, man. He really need to go on and unify with Andrade. That's really what he need to do. But we know that ain't gonna happen. We know. I mean, I guess he gonna try to fight Triple G. What is Triple G gonna do though? What y'all think Triple G is gonna do? Because Triple G don't have no Canelo fight. There's no Canelo fight. Canelo just lost. He probably gonna fight Beevil again. I mean, he might fight Triple G. I mean, that might happen. But if Canelo decide to go another way, which he more than likely he might do because it just lost. You know, when you lose, that kind of change your perspective on things, you know. So if Triple G just lost, I mean, if sees how Canelo just lost, that leaves Triple G without a dance partner. Yeah, he got 2 belts at 160, but what you gonna do now? You gonna fight Rob Brand? You gonna fight Steve Rolls again in a rematch? Like, what you gonna do, Triple G? Are you gonna move up to 168? You gonna try to fight David Benavidez? What you gonna do? You know, you gonna drop the belts at 160? I mean, that would be lovely if Triple G dropped them belts and got the fuck up out of Dodge, because we don't need Triple G right now at 160, man. We don't need Triple G right now in boxing, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? We don't need Triple G right now in boxing, you know, unless he gonna fight somebody like an Andrade, Charlo, somebody that we need, that somebody that we care about. You know what I mean? You know. But I mean, as far as Big Charlo's concerned, man, I don't know what he about to do, fam. I really don't. I honestly and truly don't. G Parker say Triple G fighting Canelo or other foreign fighters we ain't never heard of. I mean, that sound about right to me, G. It sound about right to me, man. Triple G. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Other fighters we ain't never heard of, right? I'm telling you. You know. And it's all the weight on Canelo, you know. Triple G waited almost a year and a half for Murata, you know. He waited almost a year and a half for Murata to unify with Murata. I mean, why? You know, man, why wait that long on Murata when you got 2 guys at middleweight that's been calling you out for probably the last 4 and 5 years? You know, I ain't got no faith in Triple G at the end of the day, man. But well, let's get back to the fight though. You know what I'm saying? Because this was just one hell of a damn fight, man. This was just one hell of a fight. I think Jermell Charlo really proved himself at 154 pounds. I think that he's the guy to beat now. He's proved himself to be the guy to beat at 154 pounds, man. And I don't see too many people beating him. Sebastian Fundora, you know, Tim Tszyu, these other guys at 154, man, I got no faith that they beat Jermell Charlo, man. Sebastian Fundora, although he beat the hell out of Erickson Lubin, Sebastian Fundora, man, showed that he got some chin issues, man. Lubin hurt him a few times, and I don't see him doing too well in there with a Charlo. Somebody he's still taller than Charlo, but not that much taller than, it's not that much of a height advantage like he had against Lubin. And then with Charlo being a pretty, he's not the sharpest counter puncher, but he can punch sharp enough, you know what I mean? And then he has good crack on his punches. So with that in mind, I see Fundora getting stopped in under 5 rounds against the Charlo. 5-6 rounds, I see Charlo knocking out Fundora. Tim Tszyu, he's another tough guy, but I don't think he has the skill set in order to beat Charlo. I don't think we see Charlo tested again until he steps in the ring with a Bud Crawford after he gets through with Earl Spence. You know what I mean? After Bud get through with Earl Spence, then I think we see him tested a little bit. Charlo tested again. You know what I mean? But you know, based on how Charlo was talking though, because he was kind of talking like, I think I remember some interviews where he was talking about like what he would do after after he became undisputed. And I think he was talking about, it was in that Bryan Castano interview, and he was talking about like fighting guys like Lubin and Hurd and stuff like that. I think Jermell probably gonna be on a bit of a cherry picking spree. He may have to fight Tim Tszyu though. He may have to fight Tim Tszyu next. That may have to happen because Tim Tszyu's been waiting around a while now. So I think he's probably gonna have to fight Tim Tszyu if he doesn't vacate that belt, which he may have. Maybe it might be more, you know, it might be a better idea to just vacate that belt rather than, you know, fighting Tim Tszyu. You know, maybe he doesn't feel like that fight's worth it. Same thing with Fundora. Fundora is also, both Tim Tszyu and Fundora are mandatories right now for Jermell's belt. So, you know, G Parker say, we talk all this shit about other fighters ducking smoke, but we barely bring up Triple G and padded ass body work and his padded ass body of work he got other than Canelo. What real wreck does he have? Absolutely, man. Triple G is one of the biggest hype jobs in boxing right now, man. You know what I mean? Okay, my guy, the Living Word is in the building, man. Salute to you, Living Word. Salute to you, family, man. We over here talking some late night boxing. You know what I mean? 3 in the morning. I'm over here online. That's some crazy ass shit, man. But that was a damn good fight last night, man. So I had to come up on here and give my thoughts, man. But back to you, G Parker, what you were saying, man. Yeah, Triple G, man. He just got a padded ass goddamn resume, man. I mean, Triple G is just one of them dudes, man, and you know, he's a hype job. He's just a hype job, man. You know, he loses to anybody with decent footwork and, you know, in a boxing IQ. Andrade beats him, Charlo beats him. You know what I mean? I don't even know if Triple G could get through Eubank. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm talking about a prime Triple G, you know? Not this 40-year-old guy who just beat Murata, because even Murata was giving Triple G work. You know what I mean? Even Murata was giving Triple G work. But the Living Word, yeah, man, it was a good fight tonight, man. Yes, sir. Great fight tonight. Damn good fight. Fight of the year candidate, man. Fight of the year candidate, man. I don't think it can get too much better than that right there. You know, the only thing missing was Jermell Charlo getting knocked down, but that fight had so much drama. I was over here at the crib watching the fight, yelling my motherfucking head off, man. I was yelling. I was yelling at this fight. Ain't too many fights that get me out of character yelling, you know what I mean? So, you know, it was a real entertaining fight, man. It was a lot of back and forth action. It was a lot of drama, you know what I mean? It was a lot of punches. Man, both of these guys got hit with some nasty punches, man. You know what I mean? I think both of them deserve a nice little rest, some nice time off from boxing. You know what I mean? In order to get themselves together, man. But, you know, it was a damn good fight, man. Damn good fight. You know, it's funny when Jermell Charlo, he hit Bryan Castano with that last like little hook off the ropes. And then I just saw Bryan Castano like drop down. He just like collapsed, you know what I mean? And at that point, I was like, the fight's over. The fight's over. Yeah. The fight's over. I knew when he got hit with that punch. When I seen him collapse, I was like, the fight's over, bro. You know, and that's all she wrote, man. Because after maybe like the 6th round, 7th round, it was just a matter of who's gonna break first. Who's gonna break first? Because they were both hitting each other with just monster shots, you know. They were both just landing monster shots on each other, and I'm just like, look, somebody's not going to be able to take this for 12 rounds, man. This ain't going no 12 rounds. It's not happening. Not with these kind of punches landing flush, you know. And Bryan Castano just so happened to be the first guy to break, you know. He happened to be the first guy to break. The Living Word was said, would not mind a Harrison Charlo 3-1-1. I wouldn't mind one either, man. I was thinking about that too as the fight was happening. I wouldn't mind a Harrison 3 fight, man. Harrison can get his shit there because Harrison looked really good in his last fight, man. Tony Harrison looked really good in his last fight, man. So, I mean, to tell you the truth, I would kind of favor. It's hard for me to favor Tony Harrison after a performance like that from Jermell, but Tony Harrison looked really good in his last fight. And a fighter like Tony Harrison is a kryptonite for Jermell Charlo. He's kryptonite for somebody like a Jermell Charlo, you know. If Charlo don't knock him out, Tony Harrison is a problem. You know, if Tony Harrison gets you 12 rounds, it's an issue. And I don't know that Jermell Charlo presses the action enough to force a knockout from Tony Harrison, you know, if he's focused, if he stays focused. Because, I mean, I know he knocked him out in the second fight, but he knocked him out in the second fight because Harrison was playing around and showboating and doing all that dumb shit when he should have been, his head should have been in the game. You know what I mean? You know. G Parker says Castano knocked some sense into Castano knocked some sense into Jermell Charlo ass. That's the most humble I've seen a Charlo brother in a while. Yeah, man, you seen how humble he was? That dude was hella humble after the fight, man. He was like, yeah, man, you know, he was calm, cool, collected. Motherfucker looked like he done went through puberty, you know. He looked like he went through puberty, man. Like, when middle schoolers go to high school, man, and they just calm down, man. That's what he looked, man. Charlo looked hella humble. The Living Word says that Charlo power and durability is a problem for Harrison. Yeah, man. It is, man. It is. It is. But Harrison would have to box a near perfect fight in order to beat Harrison. He would have to. But I think he has the ability to do it, because I feel like for Harrison, that's what he does. Like, that's how he wins his fights. I mean, he ain't knocking people out. Harrison ain't got no power to be knocking people out. So all his wins are gonna be usually by unanimous decision, him outboxing you. And I think he has the skills to be able to do it. He just needs to stay focused in order to get the job done. He did it in the first fight, so I know he could do it again. You know what I mean? I know for a fact he could do it again. Living Word says, Harrison, my dude, I had him beating Charlo before a late stoppage. Yeah, he was definitely winning that fight, bro. He was definitely winning that fight. No questions asked. Most definitely winning that fight. But he got caught up, man. He got caught up. Living Word says, me too, bro. He was winning the second fight. He got lax. He definitely got lax, man. He definitely got lax. But let me ask y'all, man, what y'all think about Jerome Boots Ennis, man? What y'all think about him in his fight versus Castillo Clayton? Did y'all see that fight, man? What y'all think about Boots versus Clayton? G Parker say that Harrison jab is the truth. It's quick, fast, and highly disruptive. Absolutely, man. Hey, he don't get that dude can box, man. I'm telling you, man. Tony Harrison can box. He can box. He's a problem for anybody. He's a problem for anybody, man. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily favor Jermell to beat Harrison again. I don't even know if Jermell wouldn't want to fight Harrison again, to be real with you. But I can tell you one thing, that Jermell has definitely grown, though. Jermell has definitely grown. Maybe he would still beat Harrison at this point, because with the adjustments that he made in this fight, like, if he can take those adjustments and carry that on into future fights, he'll only continue to get better, better and better and better and better, and have more success against different kinds of styles. Like, if he used some of the skills he used from this fight and carried it into like a third Harrison fight, I would favor him more. Like, he would look better in that. He would do better in that. I don't think he would lose as much rounds. It would be a much tougher fight for Tony Harrison. The Living Word says, damn, Boots style-wise beat Spence, but Crawford would get him out of there. Absolutely, man. Yeah. Boots definitely looks, man. Boots looks real good, bro. He looks really, really, really good. He kept the jab in Castillo Clayton's face for about a good round and a half. He had that jab in his face, man. But Castillo Clayton didn't really put up too much of a fight, man. If we keeping it a buck, he didn't really put up too much of a fight. You know what I mean? He didn't really do much. I didn't really see much from Castillo Clayton. Castillo Clayton he was up in the high guard. I think Castillo Clayton probably threw maybe like one punch. I'm talking about threw one punch. I don't know what the fuck Castillo Clayton's game plan was. Like, what was he even trying to do in there? I didn't see him trying to cut the ring off. I didn't see him trying to like pressure. I didn't really see him doing anything. He just literally like stood there in the high guard. You know what I mean? He threw maybe like one punch that was like over the top. I guess he was trying to get Boots' timing, but it's like, nah, you cannot allow this dude to set the pace with his jab for about a good round and a half, throwing it up and down. Meanwhile, you in the high guard just trying to get his timing so you can counterpunch him. No, that ain't gonna work. That is not an effective game plan against somebody like a Boots. Not at all. You know, it looked bad. It looked pathetic. I didn't like it at all, man. Clayton, I don't know what the fuck Clayton team was thinking with that stupid ass game plan, bro. I don't know about this shit. You know what I mean? G Parker say Clayton flopped like LeBron James. Oh man, that dude got touched one time, bro. Just flopped like a jellyfish. He sure did, G. He sure did, man. I don't know about that fight with Clayton, man. A lot of people saying it looks suspect. I ain't gonna say it's suspect because if you look at where he got hit like at the top of his ear, right on his temple, right? And when you get hit there, it really throws off your equilibrium, right? And it really fucks up your ability to walk, you know? So I think he just got hit in an area. Some people saying it was an illegal punch, but I think it was like borderline. I ain't gonna say the punch was illegal because when you hit somebody at the back of the head, it's illegal. That wasn't even at the back of the head. It was like at the top side of his head. You know, it was like right like at the top of his temple. You know what I mean? So, you know, he got hit there. It threw off his equilibrium. You know what I mean? And he wasn't able to get back up. And the thing is he tried to get back up. You know, he just because the where he got hit, he wasn't able to get back up. You know what I mean? So, I mean, shit, it happens, man. It happens. G said he flopped like LeBron James. Goddamn. King KO says in the motherfucking building, salute to you, King KO, man. Hey, if anybody new to the building, be sure to hit that goddamn like button one time for your boy. Show the channel some love. Y'all know what time it is. How you laughing, King KO? King KO says, nah, Ennis will smoke Crawford. I don't know about that, man. Y'all be giving Boots too much credit, bro. We still ain't see Boots in there with anybody that has a pulse, really. You know what I mean? Thomas Delorme and Castillo Clayton, that ain't enough to prove that you elite level. You know what I mean? That ain't enough to prove that you smoke a Crawford. You know what I mean? Considering Crawford's done the same thing to everybody who he's fought after, you know what I mean, lately. What, Crawford got 8, 9 straight knockouts as a champion? I think y'all giving Boots a little bit too much. Y'all putting too many extras on Boots, man. He a good fighter, man, but I don't know about him smoking no damn Crawford. You know what I mean? Living Word says Boots lacks opponents. Thurman needs to put his big boy pants on and take that whipping. Man, Thurman ain't fighting no damn Boots. Stop playing, Living Word. Thurman ain't fighting no Boots. You know Thurman ain't fighting no damn Boots, man. Thurman is not fighting no Boots. Not at all. Not now. Not ever. Y'all funny. If you think Thurman is fighting Boots, you crazy, man. You crazy if you think he fighting Boots, man. Dude ain't going nowhere near Boots. Nowhere near him. I don't even think Thurman wasn't at the fight probably because Boots was there. But he was like, Boots fighting? Nah, I'm good. I watch it on TV. Thurman ain't going nowhere near no damn Boots, man. And really, he really got no reason to fight him, really. I mean, you know, so if you couple the fact that he don't want to fight him with the fact that he really got no real reason to fight him, Thurman ain't going nowhere near no Boots, man. Hell no. Hell no. You can forget that. You know, you can forget that. King KO says Clayton couldn't do nothing wrong. You see the heat Boots brought to him. Yeah, he couldn't do nothing, man. He couldn't do nothing. But he didn't even try to do nothing, though. King KO, man, what the hell? That dude was up in the high guard, bro. He wasn't even trying to pressure. That dude didn't even did you even see him throw a jab, King KO? I didn't even see him throw a jab. Like, what the fuck were you really trying to do, Castillo Clayton? He didn't even throw a jab. I think I saw him try to counterpunch one time, you know. But other than that, I didn't see him throw any jabs. I didn't see him try to cut the ring off. I didn't see him try to do anything that gives any kind of indication that you're trying to win a fight. I didn't see him do none of that. And it may have been too early. Like maybe it was in the stage where he was trying to fill Boots out, and maybe, he just looked real scared in there, man. Honestly, bro. Castillo Clayton just looked scared, like, like he was just worried about what Boots was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, my guy Black Shakespeare in the motherfucking building. He said, hell of a fight. Good to see. Good to see the boy through them hammers. I almost forgot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My guy Black Light in the building. Salute to you, Black Light. He say, what up, fam? What up to you, Black Light? What's going on with you, fam, bam? How you doing? But baby, what I was saying with you with King KO, man. Thought Clayton couldn't do nothing, man. He didn't even try to do nothing, man. He didn't even try to do that. That dude ain't throw no jabs. That dude ain't try to cut the ring off. I didn't see him really try to do nothing, man. All I seen him do was look scared, come out in the high guard, and just get blasted. You know what I mean? He didn't even try to make Boots like Boots was throwing his jab at one speed. He didn't even try to make Boots change the speed of his jab. He didn't even try to do that. He was hella one-dimensional with it. But one thing I'll say, man, is Boots he's an incredibly smart and perceptive fighter. Like you can tell he's very well schooled because he made the proper adjustments and knew exactly what to do in that moment. Like he was like, okay, he's ducking down. Okay, adjustment made. We throwing punches down. That happened almost instantaneously. Okay, he drops his guard on the left side. I'm gonna go ahead and loop that right punch on the right side in order to get him up out of there. The adjustment, it was an instantaneous adjustment that Boots made. He was doubling and tripling up on that jab. I saw him throw a jab. He actually, I said that he wasn't changing the timing on his jab. He actually was, because he would throw the jab one at a time, and then he would double up on the jab from time to time, and then he would feint with the jab and then throw a right. So he was doing little different things with it, man. But you could tell he was just he didn't even really dig into his toolbox like that. You know what I mean? He didn't really get started like that. You could tell. Boots gonna be a scary dude, but I don't, again, I don't know about him watching no damn Crawford. And the love. G Parker say, I think Terrence Bud Crawford and the Truth gonna avoid Boots, which I really can't blame them. Let them have let them get the belts after y'all unify, then vacate. Oh yeah, them boys ain't fighting Boots. Them boys ain't fighting Boots, man. You know what I'm saying? But if Earl went, to me, Earl going up to 154 and he's looking for, he's gonna try to do his thing at 154. Same thing with Bud. After they become undisputed, it's gonna be Bud. But after Bud becomes undisputed, he going up to 154, man. He ain't gonna be wasting his time or messing around at 147 trying to fight dudes like Boots. You know what I'm saying? Like, also too, like, it would mean more after Boots has won a few belts and, they meet up at 54, then the fight is more meaningful at that particular point in time. Like, you fight Boots now, it doesn't really earn you the kind of accolades that you should be looking for a fight like that. That's another reason why Thurman ain't gonna fight him now. Thurman ain't fighting that dude now for no belt. Hell nah. Thurman's next fight is gonna be a bum. It's gonna be a cab driver. It's gonna be some dude you either never heard of, or he gonna be pulling somebody else up from 135 pounds or 140 pounds. Thurman ain't fighting nobody. If he can't get Bud in the ring, which he ain't even trying to fight Bud. Thurman ain't fighting nobody next. Thurman is fighting somebody you never heard of next. You know what I mean? Living Word says Crawford beats Boots. I agree. Black Shakespeare says hell of a fight. Oh yeah, I read that already. King KO says Thurman out of there. Oh yeah, he out of there, bro. Thurman ain't fucking around with the bullshit, bro. Thurman is out of there. Don't even try it. Living Word says, okay, my guy D-Ray Promotions is in the building. Okay. Damn, kicked me out of my own goddamn stream. Shit crazy. Okay. All right, let me get back on here. Let me see where we at. Living Word says not ever. Black Light, what up? What up? My guy G Parker say, y'all touch that like button one time for my boy. Yes, sir, man. Touch that like button. Appreciate that, though, G. I'll be sure to hit that like button one time for you, boy. Let me see what his poll at. Because, you know, I had a poll talking about the pound for pound list. So right now, I say, what number do you have Jermell Charlo on your pound for pound list? Right now, I got 21% of y'all say y'all got Jermell Charlo pound for pound number 1 right now. 21% of y'all. I got 14 people that voted. 21% of y'all say Jermell Charlo is pound for pound number 1. I got 7% of y'all that say Jermell Charlo is pound for pound number 2 or pound for pound number 3. I got 14% of y'all that says Jermell Charlo is pound for pound number 4 or pound for pound number 5. And then I got 57% of y'all, which is the majority, that has him pound for pound 5 or higher. Now, one thing I'll just say is no matter where you got him on the list, I think we can all agree that he should be on the pound for pound list, especially after this performance. Me personally, I got Jermell Charlo pound for pound number 4 at this point, man. I think he's cracked my top 5 with this for sure. He's cracked my top 5 with this performance. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going through these comment sections, man. Let's see what y'all talking about. Black Light says, you've been out for a while. Yeah, man, you know, shit. You know how I go, man. You know what I mean? I'm finna do a live, man, next week on Wednesday, bro, because, you know, the channel has grown, bro. The channel is almost double the size it was about a month ago. So, you know, I done cracked 1,000 subscribers finally, man. So, you know, I'm about to do a whole show, you know, about y'all and shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, be on the lookout for that. That's gonna be next week, man. But yeah, I've been out a little while, man. I be taking little breaks and shit like that, man. I know I need to slow down on the breaks, you know, but that's kind of how I do it, you know. D-Ray Promotions, salute to you, family. What's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? Black Light says, Spence fans can't wait to be Boots fans right now after Spence get KO'd. Oh, yeah. They converting real quick. Oh, yeah. My guy G Parker, though, ain't got one of them, though. G Parker, a diehard Texas dude. Hey, Jermell showed out for Texas, G. Jermell showed up and showed out for Texas, man. You know what I mean? Y'all should be proud of that man, Jermell, man. Put some respect on that man, Jermell name, man. Living Word says, Broner versus Boots equals a fun fight. Man, I don't know. That ain't really fun, man. That's a one-sided massacre. Boots will destroy Adrian Broner. It won't even be funny. It won't even be funny, man. I don't even want to see that. The Living Word. I don't even want to see that, bro. Black Light says, can't KO that dummy in here. Damn. Lord. Okay, my guy Terry Smooth Jr. in the building. Salute to you, Terry. Going on, #1 troll in the world. Back at it again with the trolling. You know what I mean? Salute to you, fam. One of my day one supporters, Terry Smooth Jr., man. Salute to you, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, y'all over here, y'all chatting it up. Love it. Y'all chatting it up. You know what I'm saying? King KO says, Thurman's scared of Boots. Yeah, man, Thurman ain't fighting no damn Boots. Hell no, bro. Thurman ain't fighting no Boots. Tell me, why would Thurman fight Boots, man? If Thurman ain't fighting Bud Crawford, when Bud Crawford literally went out of his way to, you know, to call out Keith Thurman, verbally say that he wanted to fight, even recently, and then Thurman completely changing his tune. You know what I'm saying? Thurman went from saying, I want Crawford next to saying, I want Earl next. Let's see what happens. You know, the tone is changing, man. Thurman ain't even trying to fight Bud. So how the hell he gonna fight Boots? That ain't happening. That ain't happening at all. The Living Word says, when Crawford gets past Spence, people will clamor for Charlo. Reason be, Charlo lacks competition at 154. Yeah, man, at this point, there's really nobody else. I mean, there's people for him to fight, man. I mean, there's some guys up there that I think will at least make it somewhat interesting. You know, Tszyu, Fundora, it'll make it interesting. Them dudes look pretty good in their last fight. I don't think none of them beat Jermell, but they make it interesting. But if you're Jermell Charlo, to me, I don't see why you wouldn't want a Bud Crawford fight, considering that's the biggest fight right now. You know what I'm saying? Like a Jermell Charlo fight, a Terrence Crawford fight, that's your biggest payday. That's a fight that actually goes on pay-per-view. This fight here with Bryan Castano, this was on Showtime. But a Bud Crawford fight, that's on pay-per-view. So, you getting pay-per-view back-end money. Like, why would you not want to do that? And this is a guy coming up from 135. Like, there's no reason for you not to want the fight. But according to Jermell Charlo in his interview, he made it pretty clear that he's going to be looking to try to move up to 100. It sounds like he's going to move up to 160, bro. That's what it's really sounding like to me. I wouldn't be surprised if next week we hear about Jermell Charlo dropping these belts and moving up to 160. You know? And then Jermell Charlo announcing he probably would wait until after the Jermell Charlo fight Selecki. I think after Jermell Charlo fights Selecki, he's gonna announce that he's moving up to 168. You know, with or without a Canelo fight. And then at that point, I think we're gonna hear about Jermell Charlo announcing that he's moving up to 160. You know. I think at that point, I think it's gonna happen instantaneous. I don't think they're gonna want to be in the same division at the same time. You know, Jermall gonna move up to 168. Jermell gonna move to 160. You know, and really it's bullshit because Bud Crawford's gonna be looking for that fight in the next 2 or 3 fights. Like, why not stay there and try to get you a big fight with a Bud Crawford? Like, how does that not make sense? Why would you not want to do that if you're Jermell Charlo unless you're not confident in the win? You know what I mean? But the way he's talking right now, I'm pretty sure we're going to see Jermell at 160 in this next fight or next 2 fights. You know what I mean? Black Light says Sprints is getting slept. Oh, yeah, he getting slept. He getting put to sleep. Oh, yeah. King KO say, I voted pound for pound for Charlo just to be an ass. What the fuck is wrong with you, King KO? Just to be an ass, huh? I can appreciate a little trolling. Pound for pound number 1, huh? He definitely top 5, though. Yeah, man. Dude is top 5, man. He definitely top 5. He definitely should be top 5 on everybody's list, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially since Canelo lost now. So a spot done opened up. Yeah, I understand that Bivol beat Canelo, but Bivol should not be top 5. He should be on your list, but he should not be top 5. You know, Canelo should be out of your top 5. And Charlo should be in your top 5. So those are the adjustments that should be made to everybody's pound for pound list at this point. You know what I mean? Those are the adjustments that need to be made. If you ain't do it yet, pull out your calculator and start doing some addition and subtraction from your damn pound for pound list and figure this shit out here. Black Shakespeare says, till Bud get there. Knew that was coming. Real spill, though. Yeah, man. You know, he holding it down for now, you know. But, hey, Jermell is that guy right now at 154 until Bud get there. You know what I mean? Then he either going to drop them belts or he going to have to take an L. We know what time it is, man. King KO Boots will obliterate Broner. He will destroy Broner, man. That won't even be funny, bro. That'll be one of them ass whoopings that'll be scary. You know what I mean? Or you be like, hey, man, you all right? Like, is he good? That's going to be one of them type of ass whoopings. You know what I mean? I would not want to see that fight, man. Broner don't need to be in the same ring as Boots, man. Hell no, bro. Hell no. Broner? Hell no, bro. Black Light, what type of sick person are you to even bring up that fight, bro? You got to be one sick person to even think about putting Broner in the ring with Boots in it. That's just wow. Wow. You probably one of them dudes that you know, that use a little magnifying glass and burn up ants. You know what I'm saying? I just fuck around with you, Living Word, man. Salute to you, fam, man. Living Word, a good dude, bro. Living Word says, does Bud need a tune-up at 154? Yeah, I think he definitely need a few fights at 154, man. I think he definitely needs a few fights. I would not want to see Bud, although I think he'd still be good, but I would not want to see him go straight into a fight, like a big fight like that, at a new weight class without at least getting one fight in that. And it doesn't have to be like a super easy fight, but at least like a fight against maybe like a world level guy at that weight class, just to kind of test things out before completely diving in there and fighting the best. Like I wouldn't want, but like, although I want Bud to get in there with Charlo, I would prefer he took a fight at 154 before Charlo, in order to get acclimated to the weight. But truth be told, even if he did get in there with a Charlo right away, I think he would still beat Charlo. You know what I mean? I think he would still beat him just because Bud Crawford is just that skilled. He's just that talented. He would still be able to get in there and beat Jermell Charlo. You know what I'm saying? He just would be able to do it. But what I'm about to do now is I got through all the comments. Never thought that would happen, but I got through all the comments. I'm about to go ahead and I'm about to drop the link, man. If anybody want to come through, they want to talk, you know what I'm saying? We can go and do that. But if not, I'm probably gonna shut it down. Shut it down. Let me get this thing here. King KO says, what you think about Bud versus Tim Tszyu? I think that's a real interesting fight, But I think that Bud would definitely win that fight. Tim Tszyu, just like his dad, Costa Tszyu, they're kind of one-handed. You know what I'm saying? They have really strong punches, but they telegraph their punches quite a lot. And to me, if you're anybody that fights a Bud Crawford or anybody that telegraphs their punches is gonna have a hard time fighting somebody like a Bud Crawford because he's just too good with his timing. He's too good with his timing. He has too much experience. He has too many skills at his disposal, to get caught with somebody who telegraphs their punches and somebody who's predictable and one-dimensional. That's one of the reasons why I think that he beats Earl so bad. That's why I think it's a destruction. Because if you can't keep him guessing, if you can't keep him thinking outside the box and he's able to read your movement, Bud is a really good reader. You know what I'm saying? He's a really, really good reader. He's a guy who's going to be able to pick up on your timing relatively easily. And then he has enough tools to be able to make the necessary adjustments effectively and efficiently, So that's why, I don't really, I ain't really got a whole lot of faith in Earl Spence to be able to do anything against a guy like a Terrence Bud Crawford, So, that's what I'm thinking about, when I look at it. But so Tim Tszyu, he's another guy that's very one-dimensional and telegraphs his punches. Although he has a lot of power, when you get in there with somebody that's as skilled as a Bud Crawford, it's just going to be very hard for you to get off. And I think Tim Tszyu is going to be a guy it's going to be very hard for him to get off against a Bud Crawford, But I damn sure would like to see the fight. And I think that would probably be a good fight, a good tester fight for Bud Crawford on his way to 154. It may even have to be a fight that he may have to take, I don't think he has to take it, but he may have to, considering that Costa Tszyu is the WBO mandatory at this particular point in time. So I don't know if they're going to try to make Bud Crawford fight Costa Tszyu prior to Bud Crawford getting a crack at the WBO title or championship belt. Whoever has it, which is Jermell Charlo at this point. I don't know if they're going to make him do that, but, Costa Tszyu, either way, it would be a good warm-up fight for him, King KL says, Bud couldn't make a statement by stopping Tszyu, for real. Yeah, he would make one hell of a statement by stopping that dude. He would. He definitely would, man, especially if he went over to Australia. Hell yeah, man. If he went over to Australia and he went over and stopped him in Australia, man, he would not only would he, it would be a big statement, but he would be able to collect a whole new fan base over there, make a whole lot of money over there fighting in Australia, so it would be good. It would be a good warm-up fight for him. He would make a statement. He could probably make a lot of money. I mean, that might be the move, really. But I don't think Bud Crawford really trying to mess around, man. Bud Crawford is really like, man, give me Earl, give me Jermell, and then I'm probably done. I'm probably gonna call it a career. That's where I think Bud Crawford's at. I mean, dude is 35. Dude about to be 35 years old, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and him is the same age. Like, I'm 34. I'm gonna be 35 this year, man. Like, I ain't trying to be bothered with all the hustle and bustle of what young dudes is doing. You know what I mean? Like I could do it, but I'm not trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? At least not when I don't feel like doing it. So I can only imagine it's tough for a guy to continue to do it as he's getting older, and the body ain't really there like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? It take a little bit longer to lose the weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I used to go to the basketball court for an hour and come back with a 6-pack abs. I can't do that shit no more. Now, if I want abs, I gotta grind it out for a month, 2-3 months in order to get a few packs. You know what I mean? It ain't, it don't come the same like it used to be, when you get up in age. And then when you got millions of dollars in your account, I mean, how you stay motivated in order to keep getting in a ring, in order to keep doing what you're doing. So, it's all that. The Living Word says, yes, agree. Spence and Crawford will not be fighting for much longer. Yeah, man, they on their last leg, man. They on their last leg. Crawford about to be 35 years old, man. He probably got 1 or 2 more fights, maybe 3 more fights in him. And then after that, man, they calling it a career. Mark my words, man. Them dudes ain't fighting no Boots. Boots ain't gonna get no opportunity to get in the ring with none of them dudes. It's a nice thought, but it ain't gonna happen. I mean, if Crawford manages to get Earl and then get Jermell, I mean, it's possible he may try to go up to 160 or something like that, and maybe fight some guy. Yeah, but I don't even think so, man. I think after that, that's a wrap. You know what I mean? King KO says, I can't wait for Spence and Bud to fight. Yeah, man, that's gonna be a barn burner of a goddamn fight, boy. Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence Jr., man. It's a fight we've been waiting for the last, I don't know, what has it been, 5 years now? 5 years we've been waiting on that fight, man. Waiting on that fight by 5 years, man. So, it's just gonna be it's really, when that fight happens, it's really just gonna be an excellent fight, man. The stylistic clash of them two dudes is just gonna be unreal and on a whole nother level, man. I mean, Earl Spence pressuring for 12 rounds and Terrence Crawford fighting off his back foot, counter punching, you know what I mean? But also mixing it up, all right, changing the looks, all right, taking one round, maybe pot shotting, taking another round, throwing a lot of punches and bunches, taking another round, just counter punching off of his back foot, taking another round. Bud is just a real diverse dude, but either way, he's a really exciting dude. He's a dude that's gonna make things entertaining no matter what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? The Living Word 32 says, oh snap, Crawford could become a two-time undisputed. Has that ever happened? I believe that it has happened. But really, he would be a 3-time undisputed champion. Living Word. If he can get through Earl and Jermell, he would be a 3-time undisputed champion at 3 different weight divisions. Now tell me that ain't gangster as fuck. A 3-time undisputed champion. I mean, you can't tell me shit as a 3-time undisputed champion, man. Yeah, man. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's quite the resume right there. Legendary. Legendary is right, man. Legendary is right. That's a resume right there. That's a resume right there. So but I'm gonna go ahead, man. I'm gonna close up shop, man. Ain't nobody want to come through, so I'm gonna go on and close up shop, man. Shit, man. I want to thank everybody for coming through tonight, man. You know what I mean? Rocking with your boy. It's been a little while since I've been live. I'm gonna make sure I go live more often. You know, I got the videos dropping. You know, I try to drop those at least 3 to 4 times a week. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, man, and I'm gonna holler at y'all on the next one. Peace.